It's just shaking a bit, sorry folks. Alright, this will be an interesting one. If we can make this turn up nice. It's going to need a big enlargement. I'm going to make this, we're going to go up to 400. So it's a really nice looking picture of something really cute and really precious. Let's see how we go with the contrast. I'm going all the way with it. I'm going to lighten that up. Sorry folks, I'm a bit itchy. Whoops. Let's see what we can do with this piece. Alright, what is it? It is a picture. Looks like a sea turtle. A really cute one from Hardy Reef. Not from the Barrier Reef, obviously. Hardy Reef. But nonetheless, it's a reef. A very important piece of nature indeed. And we just need to look after our nature. And that includes the manufacturing of photocopiers, which has to take into consideration the delicate balance of nature. But at the moment, it's not like that. So we basically, in these machines like this one only lasts 5 years, so you're constantly ripping minerals and resources out of the ground and also using a lot of water to produce one of these photocopiers. Now this looks interesting. I think, yeah, we're going to use that as our master copy. Wondering if we're going to go back and just do a copy with the word Hardy Reef and then crop it, then get it out, get rid of it after I've done that. So we're just going to line that up a bit differently, folks. But yeah, we've got to take into consideration nature over profit. We can't just keep making things and throwing things away willy-nilly, because these resources are finite and the environment is very sensitive, and electronic waste in the environment is definitely not a good go. It's not good, and that's the problem with capitalism, because capitalism supports the destruction of the environment and wildlife for the movement of profit. So it's okay to the capitalist, it's okay to destroy the planet because making money is the most important thing. And these bitches who make money are always putting money first, before the human race and before the environment. And that's just not acceptable, folks. But what can we do as people here who have no power and no money? Well, yeah, it's often the people without money who've got all the good ideas and the good intentions. But we have no, and many of them die not being able to do anything useful. So it's really hard trying to live in a world where people who are rich and who've got a lot of money and a lot of power can just do what they want at the expense of everything and everyone else. And it's just not acceptable, folks. But what can be done about it? That's the question. One day I'd like to redesign the photocopier. I'd like to make it a device that lasts not 20 years, 60 years. I want the actual hardware to last 60 years, not 5 years, so that the spare parts are available for 60 years instead of just 5 years. So, you got to think of the future, folks. You got to think of what you're throwing away, folks. And basically, the machine's going to be artificially intelligent, so it's going to be a lot more friendly to use, but it's not going to be sentient. We're not going to give these machines human emotions. They're not going to have any feelings. They're going to have nothing to feel. It's just going to be a machine. Just like any kind of machine that does not have feelings. It's important that we state that. So we've got to make these machines also easy to recycle. So we've got to be able to make these machines, when they reach the end of their usable life, to finally be easy to be broken into pieces according to the materials. Plastics, well, we're going to use much less plastic on our equipment. Most of the plastic will be restricted to things like plugs and sockets and insulation on wires and other areas where other materials can't go. So we do need to, this is not the greatest. So we've got to be able to think of the future and think of what we're going to do to minimise our use of resources and how we dispose of things. We got to basically, what was I thinking? Yeah, the machine's got to be easily broken down for recycling, and basically, it's going to mean that it's going to be easier to recycle than current types of equipments. And basically, well, I'm going to become a CEO, and I'm going to be head of this company, this future photocopier factory and facility. Well, it's a company, but what am I saying? Sorry, folks, I talk through my ass sometimes. At the best of times, you could say, you got to laugh. But basically, I have a disability, or disabilities, like I got brain damage done at birth, and the hippocampus and the short-term memory have been seriously damaged in probably other areas. So I'm going to need technology before I become a CEO and a scientist. I've got to get the technology to repair the broken parts of my brain. It's going to be bionic technology. Quantum computers will be used, but they have to be developed. So this new technology, for me to become a CEO and run this dream company, I have to get the technology myself to fix the disabilities that I have. Otherwise, I can never run any company. But that looks really nice. So basically, I have to wait for this technology to come along. Or hopefully, I've got a future husband who I love. His name is Luigi. And I'm sure he'll be able to locate technology that can help fix these problems, which I look forward to breaking down the barriers. And when I become a CEO and a scientist, I'm going to make a lot of money and give most of the money away to good causes to help clean up the planet, help find a solution to climate change, and help get the plastic waste out of the oceans. And another thing I want to do is harness the power of lightning as a renewable power source. So I've got a lot of dreams, folks. Even though I'm currently disabled, I do dream of a time when the disability has been fixed with the technology. And technology's got to enhance mankind like that. We've got to have more people with disabilities being enhanced with this technology. We don't want people to always be in wheelchairs, people with cerebral palsy not being able to talk or walk or feed themselves easily or feed themselves at all. It depends on the severity of the condition. Everyone's different. But why should people with disabilities be denied access to assistive technologies that can make them become employable, for example? Why should we not be employable? Because technology hasn't caught up with it yet. It's the love of money that destroys dreams and destroys the planet. The love of money is the root of all evil, folks, and we've got to stop it. We've got to just help each other. Man, everyone on planet Earth should have as much going for them as the other person. People with disabilities should not be limited by what they can't do. And that's what I want to challenge in the future when they have the technology to fix the damage to my brain, is to challenge what I couldn't do and find out how much better I can be for the sake of mankind, because I really want to help fix these problems. I want to be a part of the solution, not the problem. But with the disabilities that I have now, because the technology has been backwarded by these money fucking fools, people like me have not had access to this technology. So this looks really nice. So basically I look forward to the day, and then most of the money that I earn as a CEO of this big photocopier company will be given, as I said, to science projects like I've mentioned, and also to tackle poverty and food insecurity, humanitarian issues. So that's it. We're going to leave on a happy note. Here's to a bright future, folks. I look forward very much to it. Gotta go.